Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Reagan and today we're going to be doing a huge book haul. Seriously, don't ask how I have acquired so many books. These have been over the past few months, so it hasn't been like within a weekend or something crazy, but I have gone book shopping. I have acquired some books. I've thrifted some books. I have a big pile, and I also have 2 packages that I'm gonna unbox because they just came in today, and I thought it would be fun to unbox them with you guys on camera. Without further ado, let's get into the book haul. Okay, first I'm thinking that we can start off with the packages. That's the fun part. Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home by Jessa Hastings. The covers, phenomenal. The back, so beautiful. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to keep going with the Magnolia Park's universe. I'm so excited. And next we have this box. I'm very excited about the contents of this one. They are. I have Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. I read another Carissa Broadbent book this month and I'm obsessed with her writing style. I really wanted to get this one. This is a fantasy trilogy. I believe there's only 3 books in this one. I also don't know a ton of what these books are about, so if I know what they're about, I'll tell you, but if not, it's because I usually like to go into books blind. But I'm really excited for this book. Carissa Broadbent is beautiful. One of my new favorite authors. And the other book in the package is Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. This is my favorite Jessa Hastings cover by far. I love the statue with all of the tattoos and like the background. I'm just obsessed with it. The back has a bunch of daisies on it. I'm so excited to get back with Daisy and Christian because Christian is my favorite man. Obviously I love Julian, but I feel like we haven't really gotten a ton of him yet, so I don't know, but I've heard that we get more about him in this book as well. I'm really excited. Also, how many times am I gonna say I'm really excited? Just bear with me. Now I have 2 giant piles to get through. Let's just get started. First, I have Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This was recommended to me by my friend Bethany. It's a YA fantasy duology, I believe. There's a thief heist situation. That's pretty much all I know about this. All I'm reading right now is fantasy. I'm obsessed with it. I can't get enough of it. Everyone I know that's read this has given it 5 stars. Can't wait. Next, we have a manga and it's Romantic Killer. I started watching the anime on Netflix, but I am the worst person at watching TV or movies. Apparently just don't have the attention span for it, but I have the attention span for reading books. Make it make sense. This one's in full color. Very excited. Then I have The Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman. This is another fantasy book. It's about this library and there's also professional spies. That's pretty much the extent that I know, but that's kind of enough to just draw me in anyways. Count me in. Next, okay, I've already read this book and I won't give you too much because I'm gonna wait until my February wrap up. This is one of my new all-time favorite books, but it's The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. This is the other Carissa Broadbent book that I read. I tabbed it so many times. This is about vampires. Yeah, vampires with wings. Seriously, what else do you need to know? Instant purchase. It's also on Kindle Unlimited if you want to read it. Yeah, obsessed. Want to own all of her books now and I can't wait. This is going to be a duology and the second one I think is coming out this year. Okay, then we have a ton of hardbacks. I bought a ton of books from this thrifted book cart at a hospital near me. All of the hardback books were $2 and paperbacks were $1. They had some of the best titles and the best condition. First, we have Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I've never read a Riley Sager book before, so I'm not sure if this is like a good one to start out with. This is a thriller set in an apartment complex, I'm pretty sure, which is kind of scary because I live in an apartment, so is this the best book to read? Maybe not. Next, we have Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult and Jennifer Finney Boylan. I have seen nothing but great reviews about this book recently. Like ever since it came out, everyone's been giving it 5 stars. Again, I'm really terrible with these book hauls because I don't know a ton about this book, but I am definitely very excited to get to this book. This is high on my TBR priority. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. Next, we have another book that I have been dying to read, and it is The Love of My Life by Rosie Walsh. I've had this on my Amazon wishlist for probably a year now. I just never picked it up for some reason, but again, found this one on the thrifted book cart, brand new for $2, had to get it. I've heard that it's a heart-wrenching love story about this marriage. Kind of has a little mystery aspect to it, or like a little bit of a thriller aspect to it. I love the cover on this one too, and I'm excited to see what I think about it and if I like Rosie Walsh's writing. There's that one. I'm so scared that this is gonna topple down. If you see it topple down, no you didn't. Mind your business. Next, we have American Dirt by Janine Cummins. This is the story about Lydia and her son Luca as they try and escape this drug cartel and go across the country and just try and like flee all of these really terrible things that are happening in their city. They are forced to flee their city and they make their way to the US and uncover lots of stories about different people. I've just seen it all over different news outlets. I know it's part of Oprah's book club, so I'm definitely very excited to read it. I want to incorporate more literary fiction into my reading life this year, and I think that this one will be a really great fit as well. Next, we have The Maid by Nita Prose. This is a thriller that I found in a little free library. I was very excited to see this book there, so I definitely had to grab it because it's also been on my Amazon wishlist for so long, so I wanted to give it a try. I do love a good thriller every now and then. I've kind of heard polarizing opinions, so I'll be intrigued to see which side I fall on. Next, we have my book of the month pick for January, and that was The Reunion by Kayla Olson. This is a romance between two people who worked on set together. They were both actors and they were love interests on screen, and we see their romance unfold. It's a pretty short romance, so I don't want to know too much going into it. Again, I feel like I've heard a lot about this recently, and I feel like a lot of people got this as their book of the month pick. Okay guys, we're almost done, I promise. Next, we have Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. It's like a fantasy Regency romance. Theodora is cursed by a fairy, and when this lord discovers that she's been cursed by fairies, she's pulled into all these dangerous fairs in this realm with all of the fairies. I've never read a fantasy Regency romance before, so I'm definitely excited to kind of see what this is all about. And I think it's part of a series because it has the #1 on the spine. So I think it's part of a little series. I just saw this in the bookstore one day and picked it up. I thought it'd be really fun. It's short. I love a fantasy romance. Next, we have another fantasy dystopian series, and that is Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. My friend Bethany sent this to me as a Christmas gift, so thank you, Bethany. This is one of her favorite series and she always talks about it. I am definitely very intrigued to see what the hype is. I have just heard so many people obsessed with this series. Like I said, I am becoming a series girl this year. Can't wait to get into this series. I have literally no idea what it's about. I just know that it's YA dystopian, and that's kind of like how I want to go into it. I don't want to be spoiled, and I try and avoid like looking at spoilers or anything on Bookstagram or BookTube. I really just want to go into it blind and take it for what it is. Next, we have a romance that I'm really excited for, and that's Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I have heard so many people say that this is one of their favorite romances of all time. I know that this makes a lot of people cry, so I'm definitely going to save it for a time when I really need to get some tears out and when I am mentally in a good place. I know Rachel Catherine here on BookTube also loves this book, and it's like one of her favorite romances of all time. I know a ton of my friends on Bookstagram also are obsessed with this. I had to buy into the hype, and I hope that it lives up to the hype. I love an emotional romance sometimes. Another fantasy, are we shocked or surprised? No. Broken Blade by Melissa Blair. I just randomly picked this up in Barnes & Noble recently, but the second book in this series comes out I think March or May. Don't quote me on it, but I know that it comes out in 2023, so I definitely want to read the first book before the second one comes out. This is about Kira, and she is a highly favored assassin in this kingdom. She has to track down this shadow target that's trying to take the crown. If she does this, then she can save the whole kingdom. It's a high stakes fantasy for sure. I haven't seen this anywhere, so I don't know many people's reviews about it or what they think, but I'm excited to get into it, and I'm always looking for a new fantasy series. All right, everyone, and last we have the rest of a series that I have been reading in 2022 and then I want to finish in 2023. I didn't get the box set because I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not, so I waited. Anyways, obviously I was obsessed with it, so I should have just gotten the box set, but we have the rest of the Throne of Glass series, starting with Heir of Fire and then going all the way to Kingdom of Ash. I don't know why it took me so long to read the first one, but I read it back in October, I think, of 2022 and was absolutely obsessed with it, kept reading the next ones, and then had to get my hands on the rest of the series. These are definitely my highest priority of 2023 is finishing this series. I'm glad that I have the rest of it, although the one time I buy the rest of the series, obviously the new covers come out. I was really unfortunate on my part, but that's okay. I still really like these covers and I am excited to jump back into this world. I just need more of Throne of Glass. So I got the rest of the series. All right, everyone, and that is the end of my book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. You guys were so kind about my first video, and I'm just so excited to keep going from here. I have so many ideas planned, and I can't wait for you guys to see all of them and join me along on this journey. This has been so much fun for me, and I hope that it's been fun for you. Hope that you guys enjoyed this book haul and my reckless spending habits. Let me know if you've read any of these down below. I would love to know your thoughts on them, or if you have any other recommendations of things that you think I need to be picking up in the next coming months. As always, my socials are linked down below. You are always welcome to follow me on there. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!